After Nadav and Avihu bring their Eish Zara, their foreign fire, and are killed before Hashem, Moshe tries to explain to Aaron why this happened. And he says to him, Hu asher diber Hashem lemor bikrovai ekadesh. This is what Hashem had said, that with those close to me I will be sanctified. That explains how and why Nadav and Avihu were killed. This is a somewhat cryptic pasuk, and Rashi famously explains, Heichan diber, where is this time that Hashem previously spoke that Moshe references? V'no adti shama livnei Yisrael v'nikdash bichvodi. And I will appear there to the Jewish people and will be sanctified with my honor. That's what the pasuk is referring to. Al tikra bichvodi ela b'mechubadai. Read not with my honor, but with those who are honored by me, meaning those close to Hashem. And Moshe says, I didn't know that might be me, it might be you. It turns out it was Nadav and Avihu so close to Hashem that they were killed in this case. This interpretation has bothered me for a long time, because is this to mean that Hashem had been expecting some sort of karban, some sort of human sacrifice to inaugurate the Mishkan, and it was just a question of who? Is that our understanding of Hashem? Doesn't the Torah reject human sacrifice? And what's Rashi's basis for this claim? Now, if we look at the pasuk that Rashi quotes, V'nikdash bichvodi, interestingly, the very next pasuk reads, V'kidashti es ol moed ve'es hamizbeach ve'es aharon ve'es banav akadesh lechahen li. That it also talks about sanctifying not only the mikdash, but specifically Aaron and his sons. Meaning it sounds like it wasn't just anyone close to Hashem could be taken out, could serve the role of sanctifying Hashem. It sounds like specifically it was Aaron and his sons, the original Kohanim, who were to play that role. But why would it be? For what reason? Still, we have to explain why they would be deserving of being killed. How does that work? Does Hashem want human sacrifice? What I'd like to suggest is that actually there may have been two possible tracks for how Hashem would be sanctified. The pasuk says, Bikrovai ekadesh. And we know that the whole process of karbanos, the very word karbanos, is all about coming close. Both coming close to Hashem, vayikrav, Aharon el hamizbeach, and then bringing the karban, vayakrev, to offer the karban on the mizbeach. And if things had gone about properly, if Nadav and Avihu had offered a proper karban, it would be bikrovai ekadesh. Hashem would be sanctified through those close to him. Through their actions, bikrovai, they would offer a karban, thereby sanctifying Hashem. However, since Nadav and Avihu brought a karban that was not proper, an eish zara asher lo tziva osam, therefore there had to be some other way that Hashem was sanctified. If we think about the word bikrovai, the krovim, those close to Hashem, may not just be referring to those doing the offering. It could refer to the offering itself. The karban itself is the krovim. Bikrovai, with those krovim, with Nadav and Avihu themselves, Hashem is sanctified. And that was plan B, so to speak. If the karban is not proper, Hashem entering the Kodesh HaKodashim, Hashem needs a karban in that case, and therefore it reverted to Nadav and Avihu, and they lost their lives. This also explains why the focus after this parsha is all about different halachos about entering the Kodesh. You shouldn't enter the Kodesh drunk. You have to be careful about when to enter, because this process of entering and bringing, of being karov, one needs to be very, very careful when entering Hashem. This is really what the inauguration of the Mishkan is about. This is the important lesson that's learned there. The relationship between kirva and kedusha, the sanctity of the mikdash, and coming close, and what's necessary in that process. In fact, we see in many other places this connection between between kirva and kedusha. Just like bikrovai kadesh or v'nikdash bichvodi, we also find that the term for a sacrifice is either kadshim or karbanos. Again, that same parallel. The Sifra says tamim yakrivenu means tamim yakdishenu. And famously, the Rav, talking about the Kohen Gadol, the days prior to Yom Kippur, that's a process of hakdasha as he prepares to enter. Hakdasha for the purposes of hakrava. So really, these themes are deeply connected, and this may explain Bikrovai Ekadesh. We're in a very difficult time now, both in the world overall and in terms of Klal Yisrael. Many people dying, many of them even being bikrovai, being those very committed to Torah who've lost their lives in recent days. It's also a time when we're exiled from our shuls, from our mikdash me'at, and with our being outside of our shuls, maybe this is a chance for us to reflect on the kedusha of those shuls and what happens when we are a nikrav, when we do come close, when we do enter our shuls, the proper kedusha to offer when we come before Hashem. It's my bracha that we should merit to be able to say Bikrovaya Kadesh in the sense of offering our tfilos, offering our avodas Hashem, rather than through the kedoshim being those having to lose their lives. May we merit to be Oved Hashem and thereby fulfill Bikrovaya Kadesh. B'mhira v'yameinu.